If you've never heard the term military-industrial complex, well, you've probably never heard about the other complex, as in the political-industrial complex. But by the end of this video, you'll know all you need to know about the political industry here in America. And make no mistake, it's a profitable industry for some, but not for the average American. And yeah, you fuckers, the political industry complex is a thing, a big thing. And while this particular industry does date back to the formation of America because we have had political parties pretty much since day one, you should know that our nation has entertained such notions as the spoils system. And that spoils system is where the late great Trump favorite, Andrew Jackson, awarded those loyal to him with rewards like government jobs. And by loyalty, we mean loyal not to America, but to Trump, or I mean Andrew Jackson. Now, we've also had powerful political factions like Tammany Hall in New York and the powerful Democrats of Chicago, all fueled by corruption and kickbacks. I'm not talking about the past, but more so in current terms, because this video is about today's political industrial complex, and let's define it the best we can. Despite the AI and Wikipedia definition, I'm just going to put it in simple terms. It's one gigantic spider web of bullshit that revolves around money and power, and little else. One day you might be a sitting senator talking to a lobbyist from some corporation, and the next day you might be a lobbyist for some corporation talking to some senator. And where that's a real simplistic view, that is basically how it works. You be good to me and I'll be good to you, and we'll both make a lot of money being good to each other. And somewhere doing good for the American people became a byproduct. Now I need you to listen up and maybe learn something that you already knew but just never really thought about. And that's the relationships between the political industrial complex that work with and make up this fucking evil complex. Because in order for this political complex to work, they need help. Politicians need help to stay in power. For instance, politicians need and also likely control the public narrative. And they do that by their relationships with certain media corporations. And no, it isn't Fox News alone, and it didn't start with Fox News, although Fox News was the first to be pretty open about it. Another relationship politicians need is with the business community. And no, I'm not talking about relationships with the local mom and pop businesses they were elected to represent. Politicians need help from major corporations, big corporations, help in the form of money which they get for voting the way a corporation tells the politician to vote. And if the politician is a good little boy and does what he's told to, well, the corporation will hire him on and pay him a shitload of cash when his political career is done and finished. Another relationship in this industry is the one with the rich and powerful. And a lot like a politician's relationship with a corporation, the relationship is based on the politician's need for campaign cash. Have you ever met a politician that didn't have a lot of rich friends? And yeah, hanging out with rich friends gives politicians a little bit of credibility. And we can never forget it's those rich and powerful people who make and often break our politicians. The rich, the powerful, corporations, they ain't the only relationships out there. We also have the interest groups, the PACs, you know, the political action committees that form to raise boatloads of cash that politicians need. Of course, most politicians don't give a traditional PAC the time of day because they can't contribute all that much. And yeah, that's the way it used to be. What politicians have orgasms about are the super PACs, those that can spend unlimited funds on a candidate of their choice. And one last important relation any politician needs is with his party leadership and any alliances that leadership provides. This relationship makes for providing resources and a semblance of stability. From relationships with the media to the rich and powerful to relationships with super PACs and party leaders. One person not on the list is you. Now, to start closing this out, I don't think there's anything wrong with making a little bit of cash, because I am a capitalist at heart. But damn it, There's something wrong if a politician makes $1 at my expense. Back in the 70s, the number of senators and representatives that found work as corporate lobbyists when their political careers ended was about 5% for senators and only 3% for those in the House. Today, that number is around 50% for all politicians. And when it comes to politicians sitting on corporate boards, well, that number is about 60% of politicians. So, now you know all about the political industrial complex. And yep, it's a lot like the other complex, the military one. And both don't do you and I an awful lot of good. Listen up. The political industrial complex is destroying this country. It is the most self-evident truth that is out there. Even the politicians, the ones that are destroying this country, will tell you that. But you know what? No one's going to do anything about it. Because everybody's getting rich. The only thing that I got to calm down because it's really mind-boggling to me. And it's also very, very shameful. Shameful that a politician will get up there and tell you, yeah, I'm going to vote, or this is a problem, but I'm not going to vote to fix it because I'm making too much fucking money off of the problem. And that is it in a nutshell. Oh man, I wish I had another shot. And this is what this whole healthcare system in this country does to me. I mean, the politics in this country, it makes me want to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 shots of tequila. I just don't understand how good men can go bad just like that. And when I'm talking about all the politicians out there, okay, maybe I'm just starting to ramble. But I hope you learned something because, yeah, the political industrial complex is a damn thing. And it is a big thing in this country. And I will end this where I started it. The political industrial complex is destroying this great nation. I'll leave it at that. Out of here.